All right, after some technical difficulties, still fighting through those, but we're live here from Players Bar and Grill. I'm going to be your host tonight. Parker's behind the scenes working on the camera, trying to make sure you guys can hear us at home. But we're joined with Coach Stanton on the Coach Stanton Show. It's been a while since we've talked to Coach, and since we've last talked, gotten off to a 2-0 start in conference. Coach, take us through that presentation game. Got off to a great start, 21-0, and then the lead sort of slipped away. Just take us through that first half.
Yeah, the first half we played as well offensively as we have all year long. You know, we got those 21 quick points, and we played the ball well. We ran the ball well. We did a good job on defense, getting some initial 3 and outs right away, and we were just very efficient that whole first quarter, and things were going very well. And it was almost like a little bit of a lull there then. And presentation to their credit, hit a couple big plays. The receiver played very well. They got on the board, got a touchdown, and then got to end up getting another one. And we really had a couple of 1-and-out plays. Had an interception and then a near pick six, and we just never really got very good field position. And it was a very tight game at halftime.
There were some weird stretches. You talked about it with the safety, pick six drop, but turned into a safety. Offense really wasn't on the field much. Came out, did get an early score, give us a little bit of room, but presentation ultimately ended up in the lead. First time we've trailed in a while.
Yeah, they battled right back, and once again, sometimes you have to credit the other team as well. They played very well. It definitely wasn't our best defensive game. We play well for 3 or 5 or 6 plays, and then give up a 3rd and long and give up a 4th and long. But good defense has got to get up the field and be able to do that, and we didn't do it enough in that game at that point in the third quarter. And third quarter they came back and did, like you said, took the lead, and to our guys' credit offensively, then the rest of the game we played very well. We drove it right back down, and Cody Johnson kicked a field goal and got us the lead, and then that's when we had a couple of big plays after that.
Yeah, talking about Cody Johnson, he was the kicker of the week again that week. But that was kind of the first field goal. Lots of his field goals have been either early in the game or to give the team a 3-possession lead. How kind of nice was it to get him out there in a pressure situation like that and see him knock it right through the uprights?
Definitely, we wanted to get him in a situation like that, and I think he's going to be in a lot more down the road on that. And he's got a tremendous leg, and I think if you look at one of the differences between last year and this year, is not only the field goal and extra point ability, but his kickoff. He's putting the ball so high in the air and allowing our kick covers to get down and make some plays, and he's just done a tremendous job for us.
Then it wasn't the offense that put 2 touchdowns on the board after that. It was Kane. Just take us through those plays and how important it is when the defense is scoring points.
Yeah, Kane was playing corner in that game because Jay Liggins was still hurt and then came back this last week. But the first one he just made a play on an out. They kind of went with a deep out, and he read it the whole way and picked it. And then of course Kane's got great speed. He's the conference champion in the 100. And once he got the ball on the sideline, he went and scored it. Kind of deja vu from last year when he had 2 pick sixes down that same sideline there. One was against Waldorf, and then the second one he just made a great play. We were playing that backside trips route where he was supposed to come off to the running back if he showed up, and he just did that textbook with the receiver, jumped off. They tried to throw the running back in the flat, and he picked it off and ran back for 2 pick sixes, and that really broke the game open. And defensively we got some more stops after that, and offensively we just played a good game.
Yep, Cody knocked in a field goal. That time it was to give us a 3-possession lead. Like we said, gave him Player of the Week. Also Player of the Week, Kane, with those 2 pick sixes. But that left us headed into Valley. Talk about the difficult aspect of playing the same team within the same month.
Yeah, it's always tough, to play it, especially when we knew we were going to Valley City. It's always a tough place to play, and we talked about it with our guys. We haven't won there since 2010. They play very well at home. They play very well on the road too, but they especially play very well at home. And it was one of those things that preparation was the big thing we pushed. We didn't think against presentation that we needed to be a little bit better prepared, and that was really our kind of our theme all week long, is that we got to be ready to play on the road, we got to be able to travel well, and we got to be prepared, and I think our guys did a great job at getting ready for Valley.
Great defensive effort to start the game. I think I heard on the Valley call 6 total yards given up by the defense in the first quarter. offense wasn't really getting things going, but the defense kept giving them opportunities. Just speak to the defensive effort that game and how that kind of allowed you to do some different things offensively to get that jump started.
Yeah, that's the defense we kind of thought we'd have about 3 weeks earlier. It didn't show up in the presentation game, and that was the defense we thought we'd go with. The first half, like you said, we were tremendous. Had a couple 3-and-outs and just did a great job of tackling and really keeping them on a short field and forcing them to punt, and just a total team effort. It was secondary did a good job. I think our front guys are getting in better shape, and our linebackers tackled well, and it was just a great team effort. Thing about defensively, once you get off that start, you hope to have in a game, your goal is to the offense to have under 300 yards, and they were under 200 yards, and our defense just did a great job all the way through, but especially the first half setting the tone.
Now, 3 points you put on the board early by the offense, kind of sputtered. You went ahead and made the switch at quarterback. Talk about kind of what went into that decision and what you saw after that decision that had to please you.
Well, we were sputtering a little bit offensively, and we wanted to try to give Hayden a chance to give us a spark there. And obviously Kaler's been our leader, and he's been our captain, and he's been one of our guys, and he's still going to be one of our guys here. And we just wanted to make a change to try to open up that passing game a little bit. And then of course Hayden hit a couple of really nice passes, and in that first half, and we got the score, and things kind of went from there. And I think obviously the key play of the game was we go down and score the first touchdown, and at the end of the half, getting that touchdown pass with 6 seconds left was really a huge play in the game.
Yeah, for fans who weren't there, we got possession of the ball with minute 15, I think, in the second quarter. Ran Carson Mack, another freshman, a couple times. He got some yards and kind of decided it's time to go, see what you can do in the last 30 seconds. Hayden ended up 9 for 10 with 105 yards and 2 touchdowns there in those last 2 series. But then the second half, more of the same from the defense. At the same time, the offense, it was a different freshman who found the end zone a couple times.
Yeah, in the second half, once we came out and continued that, and offensively, we hit a couple things that we hadn't run in a while. We hit the long play to Jed. I think you got to credit our offensive line and our tight ends for the way they blocked on that. It was a little different look that we gave them, and kind of our old toss play that Coach Bees used to run, where we cut down the interior lineman and just ran a sweep, but we handed it off, and Jed pretty much went untouched on that play, and really broke some things open in the second half. And we ran the ball very well in the second half, and that, once again, that defense played extremely well, and really our first guys played well all the way through. When we pulled our first guys off midway in the third quarter, it was 31-0, and those guys just played a great defensive game.
Any final thoughts from the first win in Valley since 2010?
Well, I think just a total team effort. I think those are the type of things you want to do. If you're going to be a good football team, you've got to be good on defense and hold the opponent down, and you've got to be able to run the football. And we run for over 300 yards and have them over 500 yards in total offense, and obviously it was just a great team effort offensively, defensively, and special teams, especially going on the road in a place that's tough to play and playing very well. We're very pleased with the game.
All righty, thanks, Coach. And now we're joined by some of our defensive captains. Boys, if you want to switch on out. I'll slide down and sneak you guys in. Oh, whoops. I don't need to be on camera. Alright guys, be loud, be proud. Ready? Alright guys, first off, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Tell us what position you play, where you're from, and what year in school you are.
I'm Drew Johnson. I play inside linebacker from West Fargo, North Dakota, and I'm a senior.
I'm Noah Tawaka from Samoa. I'm a senior this year.
All right, and on the D-line?
Oh, and I'm a defensive lineman.
Yeah, you are. None of the quarterbacks in the conference would forget. All right, guys, we're just going to get a couple quick hitters, get to know you and your teammates a little better. So first, favorite video game?
I guess I'd have to say NBA 2K.
NBA 2K.
I believe I lived next to you 2 years ago it was, and heard some very interesting comments based on your 2K abilities. All right, favorite class?
Favorite class? class right now? I guess
It's hard to pick, right?
Yeah. My international business class I'm taking right now is actually kind of fun. My teacher keeps it interesting and fun.
Interpersonal communication, I have it with partners.
Okay. Worst singer on the team?
Robert now alive.
I gotta be me.
All right. Well, this might be you also. Best dressed and worst dressed.
Best dressed. I don't even know. Seth Morkirky's always with the fans. Yeah,
He's my
always
vote for
dressed
worst.
up.
Come on. Who you got?
I got Seth Morkirky as the best and Jeremy Young as the worst.
All right, guys. Favorite DSU memory?
I think my favorite DSU memory for me is winning that conference championship last year. Hadn't done it in a while. It was a good thing for us, good thing for our university.
My favorite, Coach Hopper. Going to practice every day with Coach Hopper.
All righty. Do you have any pregame ritual / superstition that you go to before every game?
Definitely. I always try and hydrate really well, drink the same stuff, same Gatorade all the time. I always do superstitious about how I tape and how I stretch. Just weird little things that I always have to do.
For me, I just gotta have my tape and not wash my hair.
Okay, that's nice. Career aspirations.
Right now, I'm double majoring in business administration and resource management, and I'm not really sure where or what I want to do exactly, but I got about a year and a half up in school, and I know.
For me, communication and minor sociology, I'm really looking into getting into like juvenile home.
Okay.
The young youth.
Sure, definitely. Teammate most likely to run for president.
Well, Matt Perdue's not here anymore. I
think
guess
that's already started.
I think we got a bunch of really smart guys on our team, but I think maybe Seth Morkirky and Kayla Ray. I don't know.
Who you got?
I say Kayla Ray.
All right. If you weren't playing football at DSU, you would be doing blank.
Nothing.
Probably not anything.
Probably helping my mom out. Probably helping my mom out.
Well, we're glad to have you guys. Biggest role model?
My older brother for sure. A lot of things he's done that has kind of inspired me. I try to be like him a lot in my life.
My grandma. My grandma's my role model.
Okay. Teammate most likely to end up on the coaching staff. You guys are familiar with some of your old teammates as coaching you guys, so which one of you guys is most likely to end up on that coaching staff at some point?
I think Colby Wharton might end up on that staff. Yeah.
I think Kayla Ray would.
There you go. All right, guys. Now just kind of getting into yourselves a little bit more. Obviously, you're a local, not local, but North Dakota kid. Talk about what it's been like to play for DSU since we talked about you didn't redshirt your freshman year. You've been here all 4 years. You played on those teams that were in the Frontier. Talk about how it's come full circle from your freshman year to where you're at now.
My freshman year out of high school, I never envisioned myself coming to Dickinson, North Dakota. But one thing led to another, and I'm here. And that first year playing in the Frontier was a rough one, going 1-10, playing those caliber teams. It was definitely eye-opening. What the talent that's out there, and going against those types of teams. And then the freshman year ended, got into our own little conference in the North Star, and we've just progressed every year. And, gotten better and better. And myself, I've grown a lot as a player. And, it's been a lot of fun. Just I've really enjoyed coming to DSU. It's definitely the best decision I could have made in my life. So.
Take us through. You probably, if he didn't think he was getting up in Dickinson, he was only 300 miles away. You surely couldn't have envisioned ended up in North Dakota. So take us through how you got here and how you kind of transformed in your time here.
For me, I really thought I was going to play football ever again, but coach recruited Sheffield from last year, from last year, and then I kind of talked to Sheffield and asked him if I get a chance to talk to the coaches. And he sent my tape out to the coaches, and then right away, Coach Markel, reached out and kind of gave me a chance. Coming to DSU is like a second chance. Everything that I ever, wished for and prayed for. Coach Stanton gave me that ability to prove myself again, and I kind of build on top of the mistakes I've ever did and stuff like that.
Now, both of you guys are captains this year. What have you kind of added, not pressure, but added responsibility? How has that kind of changed the way you approach things on a daily basis?
Just trying to be more vocal and do the right thing. You always got your people's eye on you, and just trying to lead by example. I never used to be the most vocal person, but now I speak up a lot, try and take the huddle, and encourage guys and get them going when we need to, or if we're not doing what we need to, get after it.
It's kind of like, add on to what you said, kind of be that leader, kind of be like, a voice for the coaches when, they can't, be there for the rest of the team and stuff like that.
Now, you guys are just kind of reminiscing, only 5-6 games left on the schedule right now. What are your thoughts as you wrap up your senior year? What goals are still out there to achieve? And what are you hoping to get out of these last couple of months playing football?
For me, win every game that we have now, and take the conference again to where, the conference stage needs to stay. And, it's crazy because me and Drew just had this conversation on our way here. And, it's just emotional every day. And we, get through these games and down to the last game.
It's crazy. It's flying by. I mean, we're already 5 games in. After this game, we're over the halfway point. Our goal is, 1 week at a time, win the game for that week, concentrate on that. Just got to prepare well. And obviously, our goal is to win a conference championship. But 1 week at a time, and we have a good team, and we know that we can do some things. But as long as we keep working and all that stuff, I think we're going to be a very successful team.
All right, last question before we head out. Anyone you'd like to thank for getting you to this point? How, as like you said, you talked about reflecting a lot. So anyone special you want to thank for helping you get to this point where you're wrapping up senior year?
I want to thank my family, especially my dad. I never came here, never ended up here, but he got me to come on the visit here, and I have him to thank. I have to thank Coach Stanton. He's one who recruited me. This is the best season I've ever made in my life so far, and I loved every minute of it.
Me, first and foremost, God. I appreciate God so much, for my family and the coaches, Coach Stanton, for always believing in me, and never gave up on me. Coach, the whole coaching staff and the community of Dixon, they really supported me and really the journey easy for me.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us. Finish things out on a positive note. We'll be watching along the way. Thanks, guys.
Well, thanks.
Alrighty, you guys want to slide out? You made it.
Good job, guys. You guys did a great job. Great job. You did good. You did really good.
Communication's
He's always
You're on the World Wide Web. Now you're on the World Wide Web, so you show your grandma that now. Check you out.
Grandma's watching right now.
Yeah, she can tell her now. She can watch that.
I got to show my mama.
Yeah, definitely. Tell your big brother too. Is he going to be back out for a game?
Yep. I believe that's the 15th. He's coming. Yeah.
Jamestown homecoming?
Coming up.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I might know that. All right, guys.